Right, I'm going to be walking to Siddal, to my grandma's. The only thing is, I'm actually with the dogs. Got the dogs by my side. So, actually, I can't remember the last time I walked to my grandma's, it was quite a while ago, let alone with the dogs. You know, it's really important that I got to the viaduct for the time I did, because, I mean, it's 11:10 now. People really weren't checking the mirrors at all. One of my nearest neighbours, I was just crossing the road and just started to reverse rapidly, and I pointed at him, like, I said, stop, I'm crossing over. I'm in bright red. I'm in bright red. Am I not visible enough? So because he's one of my neighbours, oh boy, I can check his track record and such like. Anyway, a little bit of a scare. But yeah, walking down the road, people really weren't checking the mirrors. I thought, you know, it's really urgent I get to here. My neck is burnt on the back. I've got quite a bad sunburn on my back of my neck. So I've got a red t-shirt on and I've got a relatively red neck, because walking up to Studley Pike, it's just virtually uphill the whole way, and it was sunny with absolutely no wind at all. So I've got a little bit of sunburn. And yeah, it's a little bit uncomfortable. I nearly took my little bag, but I thought if I'm going to get some stuff for tomorrow, because yesterday, I'm just thinking about dogs, I'll leave them on. Yeah, right, I'll leave them on. Well, because they did a long ass walk yesterday. They did 9.5 miles. I mean, my activity spiked quite a fair bit because we were stopped for a full hour. I just left it running and it spiked rapidly. So that won't happen on Relive, I don't think. Don't think so. So yeah, my mum's on her own today. I mean, I'm walking the dogs to Siddal. I'm going to stay at grandma's for a few hours and then walk back home. And my dad's actually riding to Todmorden and back to see his parents. So yeah, we're doing that. Brought my charger as well, because you know, you never know. Because my Strava was on for like 5.5 hours yesterday, my phone was getting really hot. Really hot. Yeah, and also as well with my bag, I'm saying about my bag, I was going to so nearly take my little one, but I thought, do you know what, I'll have the big one on. If I want to get some things from the sandwich shop, I'm going to get a sandwich for me. Right, time to put the dogs back on the lead. You know, having a bigger bag, it means I can get some stuff for tomorrow. People have been advised not to have their kids playing on the playground area. But what do I know? I've already got a sausage roll and a pie each for me and my dad from Hebden Bridge. So we've got them, but I'm going to get like a drink each from here. I mean, alternatively, I might go to Tesco this evening. Maybe. I'm sure also as well, I think my grandma said she bought some face masks, and not the GP looking ones that I've been wearing, but like black ones that go over your face a lot more. Like they stick to your face more. It's not like, oh god, it's just not flapping around. And also as well, editing my family day out ride with my parents. Hiya. Yeah, it's the ride in total, footage wise, totals to 1 hour 40. Yeah, and I've edited it down to 1 hour 17, and it's nowhere near done. Nowhere near. Because I told the dogs that I'm going to a grandma's, they are pulling me. Garden centre's busy. The economy's coming back. Or bouncing back, I should say. Oh, we've got an itchy head. It's nice on the canal. Not going to be on for too long though. Whew. Oh, pardon me. So I got an email from my boss saying all the people that are coming back to work to do shifts, I'm not one of them. They were saying like, oh, we need the best staff we can for when we do the shift. Hang on. The dog's got a complete wrong way. Going that way, going to Siddal. So my plan is that on the opening day of Salt Hevel reopening, I'm going to, oh god, I thought I stepped in poo then. I'm going to ride up to the bit of the road bit that has the wall as above Brewers Fair, but you get a good view of Salt Hevel McDonald's, and I'm just going to stand there for like 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm literally just going to ride along that bit of road up there and get a good view of Salt Hevel McDonald's and just film the absolute chaos. Because trust me on this, it will happen. It will occur. So I remember when me and Ryan sat over there, this guy came over like, oh, you can't sit there, you can't be in this private property. Well, I'm just watching a mum and a dad just walk through here. No problem whatsoever. Oh, okay then. You see, my mum tonight is doing the quiz night again. We did it like once before, and people were like, oh, who do we want to do it again? And nobody wanted to do it. So my mum's opted in to do it, and we've quiz tonight. And then somebody else who's opted in to do it is doing it in like the next 2 weeks. And I was saying, how many people do you reckon will be in tonight then? Because the last time we did a session, there was only about 8 people at most doing this quiz. So yeah, I think the one thing I said to my mum, make sure your tablet is charged fully, because well, my mum did it last week with like a 3% battery on her tablet, and it somehow bizarrely worked, but then at the last second of this quiz, boom, it ran out of battery. So keep your tablet charged for the whole day. The whole day. You know what's surprising with my minutes on my watch is that, well, I did a lot yesterday. When I got up this morning, my watch minutes were at 627, which is pretty good considering the recommendation I do for a Thursday is 600. And I'm not going to walk the dogs too far today. I'm literally just going to walk the dogs to Siddal, stay there for a few hours, walk back. Just stopped again. One dog with me, the other wasn't. It's 11:37. I was like thinking, I'm tempted to go along Siddal Trail, or should I just do that on the way back? Like, do that on the way back, at least. Could do. You know, thinking about it, it would be daft to not go on Siddal Trail. Like, go along and then up by Phoebe Lane back to Siddal. Makes sense, doesn't it? It's 20 to 12. So honestly, get to the salmon shop for 12 o'clock. That's more of a dinner-ish time than, like, you know, just like, I don't know. Anyway. I wasn't going to put my F-Zero remixes up for like a good while. I just thought, you know, let's just get them up. Let's upload them. You can keep them private, but let's just get them up. Do you know, I was watching the news yesterday and it was about potentially about parking fines and like, oh, childcare fines. Oh yeah, childcare fines. That's what was it. That was it. Like, oh, if you can't find childcare and you're doing all this bullshit travel, then you'd get fined. I'm like, that's not fair then, because what if, because that Dominic Cummings guy did it and he didn't get fined. In fact, the people in the government think, oh, he's doing what's necessary. So if the people of the government do it and are not getting fined, and the people of the public are doing it and getting fined, what's wrong there? The government were like, oh, it's not a one rule for us, one rule for you situation. Well, it actually is. So it's like, how do you expect people to follow guidelines when the people that are setting them in place are not doing them themselves? And you expect the government to think, oh, the public they're gonna follow safety and follow guidelines. We're like, we need you to follow guidelines. I'm like, do we need to though? Because you're not. You're not. So, is it worth us following guidelines when the government are just like, nah, fuck it, we're not doing them ourselves? You know, for a while, I've always thought to myself, why would I need to get a train to Mile Road and walk around Mile Road? Why would that be a thing to do? Like, the only alternative is to get a train to Hebden, walk to Mile Road, do the walk back to Hebden Bridge. But actually, what I didn't realise you could do is on one of the main roads, go through under a train tunnel, and it goes through a whole mass of paths. I meant paths. My dyslexia proper kicked in then. Jesus. Damn. So I walk up to Siddal, walk to the sandwich shop, and well, walk to my grandma's, go in and have my dinner. Wow, I could do with having something to eat. I was sweating. It's just been so hot and humid lately. So I've been at my grandma's for a few hours. Gonna walk home now. You know, initially when I got into that bit of Siddal, I was like, oh, it didn't look too bad. But then it got quite noisy. So I'm going to walk along the Siddal Trail. and then walk back along the canal back home. I kid you not, the dogs the whole time have slept. The whole time. Actually, probably 5 minutes of the whole time they wasn't asleep. The rest of it they were. They're still not 100%, but I am walking home now. I actually recorded 3 videos at my grandma's house. I recorded 2 Google Earth videos and 1 McDonald's related video, and they're not long, and that's not the point, is that they're not long, so you can watch them one after, so they're not ridiculously long, like 10-20 minutes long. And then there's this one, walking to Siddal and then back again. Whew. So yeah, the Google Earth videos, one was on Cape Romano. I think rather than doing like individual places, I've just done just the one place. Cape Romano and Clipstone. And then the McDonald's one, where it's the updated website showing you reduced hours and all this and various things that are new and updated and changed. You know, I've refilled my water bottle up. I had it at my grandma's, drank the whole lot, so I've refilled it up with cold water. Whew. And she gave me 2 face masks that she ordered. They're not, I don't know how good they are. Well, I've kind of got an idea, but it's just like felt cut up into a face mask. I think it's alright. I mean, I still want to do some editing when I get home as well. Depends. Whew. Slightly more of a breeze down here, and it's also been down here, it's just shaded a bit more. I had to put one of them back on because, well, 1, there was a bang, and 2, having them off, 1 would walk with me, the other one wouldn't. So rather than shout and get a sore throat again whilst it's dry and humid, on the lead. Makes sense. Phew. So I've actually only done 1 video today then. I mean, I've done various videos upon videos upon videos, but for the whole day out, I'll have only done 1. So I'm going to aim to get back for about 4:15, half 4, I reckon. I think my mum said she wants to go to Morrison's to get some stuff. Well, I said equally, I could potentially go to Aldi and get like other stuff as well. Yeah. So I got a Rocky Road piece from my dad, and I got a caramel square for me. Hold on. One of the dogs just trying to run off, so I'm just walking a bit quicker to catch up. Yeah, so I got that for my dad, that for me. I got a Monster White and I got a 9 Brew. Now, I'm not bothered which one I have, but I've got one of them as well. So we've got those drinks, the caramel square and the Rocky Road square, a sausage roll each, and a pie each for when we go to Walston tomorrow. Now, apparently my grandma said there was some sort of like conference today, which was to like underlie some new like lockdown rules. Not that I don't think it'll make a difference anyway, because to the left of me there's like 20 just dossing it off. Just two riding up and down canal with music like, I'm gonna fucking cut you, bruv. You know what I do, yeah, bruv. I'm like, that's not music. That is just not music, it's just not. All hanging around up there. All like 20 of them. I just think the younger generation don't get the message, do they? The teenage era don't understand, or they do understand, but they don't give a shit about the pandemic. The more of you there is, the more likely it's going to spread or be carried. So why do it? Just by the riverside, really, just chilling. Oh, there are so many people hanging around together, friends-wise, and you can tell that are just like that close together, like so close together. Well, the dogs are not doing it, so I'm just going to walk home now. Helps when I turn it off, though. So, I don't actually think the dogs should be going back out for another walk. It's still ridiculously hot and too warm for them, really. Still it's warm for me. So for the dogs, well, gives you an idea. I just not. Oh, thank God. Thought I'd slept in poo then. I'm just gonna hang tight behind these two, because for some reason, if you can't see a 6'5" bloke in bright red with two dogs, then I'm sorry, but that's really, really, really worrying. And they did look behind a couple of times, and they've seen that I'm here. So have they moved to let me past? Well, have they fuck? Because the common sense way is to not use common sense at all. So they're just going to spread apart on viaduct and actually be dumb. Yeah, they are. Oh dear. So I want to go around them, but they're actually being absolute imbeciles. Yeah, selfish. Absolutely selfish. That's what it is. It is so selfish. But hey, if you're a dickhead, you wouldn't know that, would you? Well, I really didn't think I was going to get past then, because they were just intentionally weaving so nobody could get past. And I mean nobody, not even cyclists. Guess how selfish they were. And I'll tell you what as well, the viaduct is high, so the drop below is quite a drop. So why the hell would you let your dogs off on it? Just why? Is what I want to know. Why, when the viaduct is so high up, would you let your dogs off on it? Yeah.